Wait. We need the fucking. Where's that noise? There's the noise.
Good evening. Welcome to your Ass Hurts News Network, coming to you live from the tip top of Cock Tower Square with your host, Sergeant Friday. Sarge, how you doing?
You know, I'm doing quite well. I'm over at the Lig of My Balls Convention Center, and yeah, it's kind of interesting here. What's
All
going
right.
on with you?
Shit, just another day
That
trying to make sure Clue stays healthy.
so it's another Magic Monday.
It's another Magic Monday.
Huh? You thought it was Sunday?
Did I?
It's okay. Testing the calling system. I did hook up to. I'm the only viewer though. X, Rumble, and I can't call you. I would freeze up. Your nerves and all that. You need medicine there, Lucky. What do you think there, Cletus? Sounds like Dylan to me.
I think Lucky's more probably referring to her phone.
I think you got some issues there, man. That's above Friday's pay grade. That's why I transferred it over to Cletus. You never know. He's probably a jack of all trades, master of none, but that's fine. What sayeth you there, Cletus?
I'm somewhere in the middle there for sure. Somewhere.
Anybody give it a ringy one ringy dingy, two ringy dingy. We got to see how this thing works. You know?
Yeah.
Some bitches. We're just gonna sit here as you fuckers call that phone number. You're playing my fucking sandbox or get the fuck out of here. How's what's going on? Have you caught somebody? You got caught fat guy lying or something?
Oh, fuck. I mean, it's nothing fucking new. It's just I can't even say him, but more his national fucking spokesman and the bullshit he's spitting. And it's like, brother, there are documents that are publicly available that disprove so much of the horseshit you're selling these fucking people. Like I can't even fucking say Seth because he's not the one saying it, but that fucking Triple T is.
Oh, breaking! Can you hear that?
I can.
Hello.
Hello. What am I supposed to say to you?
Damn, who's this?
This is Lucky.
What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Oh my Lord! I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice,
Am I on the live here?
I got to ask the audience. Can you hear the caller, audience?
I can.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Hey, Lucky's got to turn her YouTube down in the background.
Yeah, you're double feeding us.
All right, I stopped. I turned it off.
Oh yeah, just turn off you can leave it live on YouTube, but get rid of the volume,
I did.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. So what's new with you?
Oh, not much. Just doing the streets of YouTube today.
You should see Cletus's private message. He said, "What has she got on under that t-shirt?" What's wrong with you, Cletus?
Oh my Lord, I can't imagine Cletus saying that.
See, Lucky been around. She knows better.
Oh, he's got his hands full with Miss Clue and I.
Yeah. The private messages are blown up, and he's the only one that can send them. So I don't know what's going on here. This thing works better than I thought it would.
Yeah, it sounds
well,
good.
I'm your first caller.
Yeah, our virginity's been broke. We appreciate that. Words from Cletus, just so you know.
I don't think Lucky can hear me.
Well,
Lucky?
Is Carl in
Lucky?
the chat yet? I don't see him.
Can you hear Cletus?
Hello?
No, sir.
Yeah, see, I didn't think that was
I can't hear him because you told me to mute the television.
But you can hear me because you're on the phone.
Correct.
And my audience, can the audience hear it? Obviously, they can.
I don't know. You have to ask them. Hello, guys in the audience. Can you hear me?
They can hear it.
Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me.
So this kind of it blocks you from interacting, huh, Cletus?
Yeah.
Well, I could promise you guys on this show you won't have to suffer through his singing.
Oh, my Lord. Well, nobody's saying they can hear me. I don't understand. So
No, people can hear you. They're saying in the audience,
there
it's
they go.
fantastic.
I see Grant Clarkson and Aaron B.
Yeah, they can hear you.
All right,
Grant
wonderful.
wants to know what you're wearing too, apparently.
Oh, my Lord.
Perverts out here. My God.
It's a USA t-shirt.
USA t-shirt. There you go, Grant. What the hell?
Yep, that's what I'm wearing. And I do have pants on.
And she's wearing pants.
Well, no,
I
they're
know,
not
Cletus.
pants,
What's
they're
on under him
shorts.
is going to come next.
Oh, my Lord.
I think Cletus.
My mother always told me to always wear clean underwear in case you end up at the hospital.
That's true. So I said, why wear it at all?
Oh, well.
My mother just thought there was something wrong with me. And I can actually speak for Cletus. If you got a question, I can ask her. Could be a double-edged sword, though. Be careful.
Yeah. Trust.
We don't want to get Cletus in trouble now.
Can the audience hear Cletus?
Yeah, they can.
The
they
audience can hear Cletus, but I can't hear Cletus.
And you can hear her, Cletus.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucking weird. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to give you echo. I don't want to give you an echo chamber.
Yeah, we prefer not to be. I mean, I'm my own echo chamber anyway. I don't need any more.
Oh, well, this was fun. I thought I was going to be like videoed, and I'm like a wreck. So.
Oh no, I don't have it set up that way. I don't know if you could do that. To be honest with you, I'm surprised this works as easy as it did.
Well, it worked.
I mean,
fucking so.
First time I lost my virginity took a lot of scheming and effort. This was simple.
Oh my God. Think I'm a bit old. I might pass the cherry popping age.
Okay. Well, that was our caller. Fantastic, wonderful caller. And we're gonna have, Lucky, I appreciate it.
Well, you guys have a good night, and I'm going back to the chat.
Every time I see that name Lucky, I think of that one streamer guy.
Oh,
well, I'm a female.
It's always confused me. Like, what's he doing in here? All right, hon. Thank you very much.
All right. Good night. Bye.
Good night. Well, Cletus, that worked pretty good, except that you can't hear what she's saying.
Yeah, I've seen that several times.
Here's the question: can you hear her coming across the stream?
Yeah, I think everybody in the chat can hear her. It's just that for some reason, I know old fat bastard had tried it for a while, and he's always got the same issue. And Clued tried it, and she's got the same issue as well. It's something about setting the way that you set the mic on Google. There is a way to do it, but I've never actually taken the time to try to figure it out on her computer.
So it would be maybe sharing a call with you or something? Someone's calling in. We're going to have to try this again. Yo, speak. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Excellent. Who's this? Hello?
Monica.
Hi, Monica. We might be getting a delay over here.
Yeah, I think she's listening to you on YouTube.
Say that your co-host is the sexiest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life.
Look at that, Cletus. Bigfoot fans abound.
She should get out more.
Bye. She should get out more, he says. You fucking kidding me? I'm the best fucking looking man in the world when the lights are off. Bar none, bro. I'm second to none in the dark. Guarantee it.
Who the fuck was that bitch?
Probably you. Yeah, I figured.
Was that her calling in?
That was her calling in.
You psycho? Unbelievable. Got to be trolled. What happened with the fat bastard? What did he do?
What do you mean?
Well, his spokesman. What kind of lies he telling today?
Oh, fuck.
I didn't lie.
I love you. Love you. He, I don't know. Let's see. Today, I don't know what he fucking told today because he sent. We've got this game going now. See, right where we come out, or I should say, Clue comes out with some information, and immediately there's a fucking media packet that seems that's distributed behind the scenes, and they say, all right, you're going to go on right now and you're going to put out this, and you're going to debunk them and shame them and do all this shit because they're putting out fucking facts and receipts that we just cannot fucking stand because it's destroying our image that makes us money. But yeah, he came out last night and said, or I think it was last night or the other night, and said that, oh, well, Fat Bastard's been working for, the past 3 months. And somebody emailed Clue today a email from the sheriff's office who said, no, he's not back to work. So, yeah. And then, I don't know, I heard he went into a chat while she was live and said, well, I went back to work, but I had to leave again because of a concussion and got in a, broke up a fight or some shit. I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, you fat fuck, you probably should just get off the internet and go look for your son instead of spending so much time on the motherfucker with a national spokesman. It's just
going to tell you something right now that if he attempted to put even a minute amount of the fucking effort that he puts, it takes what he's doing, the effort there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And applying it to searching for his son.
Yeah.
Presto, he'd probably be about 175 pounds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All that wasted energy is sitting on his fat ass, talking fucking shit.
Well, that was something Cleo said. She's like, on his fucking application, he listed that he weighed 220 pounds. She was like, motherfucker, my thigh weighs 220 pounds. I know your ass is heavier than that.
What she should do is let's send him that under the fucking desk treadmill thing. That's a gift that you can re-gift. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it with that. That's one of them gifts, man.
Oh, fuck, that's hilarious.
Holy fucking fuck. We can re-gift that. I'll cover the cost. We'll re-gift that fat bastard a miniature bicycle.
Oh, wow. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. So what's going on in the world today? Anything interesting? Or are we all just kind of fucked up from the floor up and ain't nothing changing?
I mean, we're all just kind of fucked up from the floor up and ain't nothing changing, but that don't mean that there's not something interesting going on.
Okay,
I find shit to laugh at every fucking day.
Oh, everything. You want to hear something funny that happened to me?
What's that?
I think maybe it's me, but then again, you tell me, right? So my garbage collection, there's two collection bins, one for recycling and one for garbage. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
I've reluctantly gone along with this fucking program. I don't think it's needed. I think it's a waste of fucking time. So I do that. Well, they didn't pick up every 2 weeks. They're supposed to get my recycle bin, which is full of fucking boxes from shit we order, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at least 6 times this year they haven't come, maybe more, but at least 6 times I've called and pointed it out. Okay, and each time I've called and pointed it out, something different has happened. The first time I called, okay, when they finally did get back on their schedule, right? Let's say they didn't do it today. All right. And so I call and I'm like, come on now, you're not supposed to be here for 2 more weeks. This thing's got cardboard in it. Oh, we'll come get it. Well, they never do.
Yeah.
So this has happened over and over again. But here's what's happened. When I call, the next time they came to pick up the bin, they took the cardboard out of the recycle bin and put it in the garbage bin and then walked away. What the fuck is that? So listen, so I call about that. I said, listen, they didn't pick up my cardboard again. All he did was take it from the bin on the right, which is blue, and put it on the bin on the left that's brown, the garbage bin. I mean, he walked all the way up my driveway to take cardboard out of a recycle bin, and rather than even just walk the cardboard to the truck, he took his effort to stick it into my garbage can. Right? After I complained about that, then my recycling was picked up, and when they brought the bin back up, the wheels were broken off the bin. That's fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
So these are totes with wheels on them, right?
Yeah.
So I call and tell them, look, your guy broke the fucking bin. Now you need to bring me a new bin. So they bring me a new bin, right? And then They skip picking the shit up again. So I call. This is the Monday for New Year. They were supposed to pick the bin up on Monday before Christmas. It's full of cardboard. And I got stuff from Christmas and stuff, and the boxes that all need to be disposed of, right?
Yeah.
I got big, wild fucking freezer boxes, bro. They've got this big, I don't know if you've ever ordered meat online, but they come with dry ice and recyclable insulation, of course. So all of that's in the bin. It's full. They were supposed to be here 2 days before Christmas. Well, they don't show up. So I call, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were supposed to come get it. And they do come get it. What's today? Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
They come and they take the bin out to the truck, and don't they leave the fucking both the garbage and the recycle bin out by the fucking road? When they're paid, and they've always had to walk up my driveway, empty the bins, and return the bins. Right? That makes sense, don't it?
Yeah.
So today, because they had to make the special trip to keep with that lady's word that they were going to get this stuff, don't they now leave the fucking stuff on the road and covering the fucking sidewalk? So I call, I'm like, what the fuck? Is there a pattern in these actions, or am I just crazy? They don't do their job. I report them, and the next thing you know, they're damaging their own property. They're fucking around with the recyclers. They're skipping my house, right? And now today, they walk all the way up the driveway to get the bins that naturally have to go back where the fuck you got them from, and leave them at the end of the driveway. Am I wrong, or am I crazy? Is this like a Saturday Night Live skit that I missed as a kid? What is happening, Cletus?
America. That's what it is.
So I called down there today, and I said, I'll be fucked if I'm going to bring those bins back up my own driveway. I pay you people every year to do it that way. Never laid on a bill. I don't complain unless you don't pick my stuff up. And here's the worst part. The garbage guy I never complained about. The guy that rolls the bin down for the garbage, they're two different trucks. And yet, even he left his bin at the end of the driveway. So now I got the recycle collector and the garbage collector, both I'm on their shit list for some reason.
Wow.
So I told the company, you're going to come down here and take these fucking bins back to where they belong. I don't care who you send. You could send a fucking secretary from fucking Omaha. I don't care. That's what I pay you to do. You've got 6 or 7 times you never picked it up at all that I'm paying for. I've never asked for anything except for you to do your job. I'm not asking for anything special, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. Losing my mind over. And like I said, my life is awesome, but that's what I mean. You go get an oil change. You got to wonder if what's in that fucking little green fucking oil can he's got is really the oil you need.
That's why I do shit myself.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I do get dumpsters. You know how many dumpsters a year I order for these construction sites? I should be just taking a big bag of my garbage and throwing it in one of them fucking dumpsters every now and then.
My father-in-law, or will be father-in-law, left today. They've been here for a while for Christmas, and
nice.
he's got an older Chevrolet truck, a little 6-cylinder 5-speed, and he had taken it to a dealership to have a clutch put in it back. I don't know. It's been a few months, and I went to drive it to go pick up a new TV the other day, and when I went to go get in it, he was like, I got the clutch put in, but you still got to push the pedal to the floor. I'm like, what the fuck was the good? What good was it to have a clutch fucking put in if there's still no fucking clutch? I'm like, he's got to be crazy. And I get in there, and sure as shit, you still got to push that motherfucker to the floor. And I'm like, I mean, me and Clue were talking.
Is it hydraulic or is it a mechanical?
It's a hydraulic. It's a hydraulic clutch. And we were on the way to get this TV, and I'm like, I'm not going to say they didn't swap the clutch, but I'd be damned if I were going to take somebody's money to replace a clutch, knowing that the reason they think their clutch needs to be replaced is because the fucking pedal goes to the floor, and give them the vehicle back with the pedal still going to the fucking floor.
Yeah, it's insanity. It sounds like the slave cylinder's bad.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Right? You know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, either that, if and there's people say, well, you could bleed them. No, they're sealed for life unless you top them out. When that starts happening and it's got anything to do with the hydraulics, then that slave, so you just change the fucking thing. Make sure the lines are good. If they're not, replace the lines while you're there. You service the thing. But for it to still work and for it to go all the way forward before it engages, that suggests to me it's not the clutch. It never was.
Right. But it's that's how it is.
Did he slide under the truck to see if they even removed the transmission?
No.
Did he ask for his old parts back?
No, I doubt he did.
Those are all things you can do to protect you. But see, we shouldn't have to live amongst each other like this.
Right. You should be able
It was
to.
infuriating. Look, when the guy didn't pick the can up the one time, I was never rude. I was actually this tone of voice, like I was dealing with the IRS. Very pleasant, didn't swear, didn't get hot-headed, nothing. You know, you guys didn't pick my bin up for the recycling. There's a chance you can get that, you know, rather than me wait 2 weeks. And the one lady said, no, I'm sorry, we can't. I was like, fuck, okay. But I didn't say that to her. I just said, oh, okay. Happened a second time I called, and they were trying to say the same thing. I go, this is the second time, and it's in a row. Now we're talking about I got to have a totally overfilled recycle bin here for 6 weeks. So they ended up accommodating it. And then it happened again, and I let it go. Then it happened. What the fuck, bro? The guy's got a hard on because he's got to walk 100 feet to get a garbage can, and he's not smart enough to bring a replacement bin with him. If he had half a fucking brain, he'd roll an empty one up to mine and roll mine back to the truck, throw the debris in it, and fucking drive off with mine. Right?
Yeah.
Fucking retards walk up the driveway, walk back to the truck, walk up the driveway, put the can back, walk back to the truck. I mean, you fucking people paid by the minute. What is that all about? That's just stupid, man. I made a point to make that clear today, too, when I talked to their supervisor in Minnesota. Okay? I said, and the fact that they left both of those cans at the curb is like a slap to my face because they had to come here on an unscheduled day to do what they should have done last week. And what do? Like they've done every time when I've retorted them for not picking up my stuff, they do something stupid with the can. And now it's both cans. And I'm not walking the end of my driveway to pull them fucking things back up, just on the principle of it. They'll sit there for 2 fucking weeks, bro. And I'll be waiting up at the end of the driveway. So when they roll the buckets back up on their next scheduled delivery, I'll throw the fucking bag of garbage in it that I got, let them roll it back to the fucking truck. They're still going to get their 4 trips. They don't know it yet.
Oh, fuck. That's funny as shit.
Dude, when I'm on your team, though, I'm on your team. Just don't fucking try to play the opposite team. It's not going to work well for you. I got too much time to fuck with you. Way too much fucking time.
So in other words, you're a troll in real life, just like on the
holy
internet.
Fuck. I was one of the guys who was part of this place called Skype Assholes.
When Skype I forgot you told me about that.
Yeah. Bro, I was a worldwide troll. I'd go into Palestine and all kinds. Why the fuck don't you people got jobs except suicide vest construction? What the fuck? Ammonia nitrate is for growing fucking crops, but it won't work in the sand. So why are you ordering it? Oh, I know. Bombs. They fucking hated me. Dude, remember I told you I got attacked from Europe and the guy ended up getting arrested?
Yeah.
It all came from me being as part of the Skype assholes. Man.
Oh, fuck.
I was brutal. Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
If you were cool, you were cool. But if you were a fucking twit or you were this fucking Allah Akbar asshole, we would hunt you down and just torture you. We're going to kill you. Okay. I'll go up in a fucking blaze of glory with you. Bring it, motherfucker. You can't even afford a canoe to get to the fucking cross the river. How are you going to get across an ocean? What the fuck? The only way you're crossing a body of water is in the pieces after the explosion.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we were fucking bad. Oh, we trolled Eddie. Always Democrats. Like we would go into all these political forums and all these different political places, have them call in. We'd invite them onto this show with the Skype assholes and then just bait them in and let them get on like they're on top of the world with their philosophy and then drop the hammers on them. That's why I know so much stuff about glaciers and global warming and seal. There's so much shit that I know, like energy production by using thorium, things people never heard about, but it's a reality. And I used to rain that shit down on top of the global warmers. Boy, they get all fucked up. They'd want to scream and yell. It was crazy. It was a show for trolls, period. That's what we were. And we would call into other shows. There's some religious guy that's got a doctorate. He got his PhD out of the Caribbean by taking a test and paying extra money for his certificate. So
What?
it's not a real doctorate degree, and it's not a real PhD. It's one that you can actually, it's like being a reverend or a priest. You can apply online and become one, right?
Jesus.
There's degrees that you can get from some of these islands and some of these offshore places to give yourself the title of doctor, but you didn't take a single course in any kind of doctorate. Although we schooled you in trolling. We should have had a doctorate in trolling. We probably should have started selling certificates for it.
I may get
Oh, man.
myself one next year for Christmas. I may become a doctor
Mm.
from an island somewhere.
Why not? I mean, the title's there, right?
That's what
I'm a
saying.
sergeant, but I'm a sergeant based on a TV show, not a military or police career.
I'll get a PhD and I'll create a YouTube channel and say that I'm a statement analyst and a lawyer.
There you go. You can get a law degree from somewhere offshore.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Right? You don't have to be a practice in the United States to be a lawyer. You don't have to have a license to practice here. You could practice on an island with 8 or 9 people in their own government of 2. You'd be fine. And you don't even got to go down there to practice. You just pay them to say that you're a lawyer for that country and you're good. Nothing wrong with that. You get some street cred that way, right? Can't you buy viewers? You could buy viewers for YouTube, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to run right out and fucking do that. Only I want them all to come in here and listen so I can make fun of them. Putting themselves in a position to be sold like that.
I want to buy bots so that I can fucking insult them. Oh fuck.
Oh man, yeah, I'm a mess. I never said anything short of that, but we live in that kind of time. Where
did you see what Clue said a while ago? It's back a few minutes, but she said 2 people died looking for Bigfoot. That was on the fucking news today.
2 people died looking for Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I wish I had them on the stream before they went on that adventure. People like that are welcome to call in. If you think you could, well, listen, you know who you need to call? All these YouTube creators. They call themselves creators. God only knows what they're creating. I know if they're a man, they can create life, right? If they can find a girl. A lot of you motherfuckers out here can't. But what do they create out here except nonsense? I don't get it, man.
Well, and it's, it is absolutely the fucking viewer.
Your buddy Dinky, you know who Dinky is? Dinky
Yeah.
IMO. That's a weird fucking name, man. Dinky IMO. What the fuck is that name all about? Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know where he came up with that, but yeah.
Me either. But they were going after that Jay Hombre on the Idaho.
I saw his thumbnail tonight about that. I hadn't watched it though.
They were showing all kinds of criminal records about him and something connected to drugs, and it was like what we did to Detective John.
Yeah. Well, does he claim to be something other than just an asshole with a box on a screen?
I don't know what he claims. I can't follow him. These people that think they're going to solve these crimes are just insane. At least you and fucking Clue are wandering around the fucking woods and shit over there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if for nothing else, that's doing something. And if by God, hopefully it never happens. You stumble upon finding this young guy in places that we don't want him to be, right?
Yeah.
That's horrific. But at least the effort is real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? You're not wandering around your own property looking for him or sitting in a fucking chair looking at a phone screen.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's the point is, number one, it eliminates possibilities in my own mind. Not to say law enforcement hasn't done a thorough search, but if I can't fucking vet that, then I'm going to go fucking look for myself if I'm allowed to.
Right.
So what the
Well,
fuck?
no, you guys did billboards. You were part of doing all of that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So my point is that that's a level of putting your money where your mouth is, in a sense, or just putting your feet in action to your fucking words. And that to me that's awesome.
Yeah. I
mean, more of us are capable of doing that.
Absolutely.
And rather than that, we want to sit on our phones and just start, weaving all of these tales, impugning people, accusing people, coming up with new suspects. The cops are no good. And when the cops are really no good, nobody pays attention because it requires them to do 2 things: read and comprehend. If they could accomplish those 2 things, they wouldn't be out there trying to solve the Kohberger case. There'd be more of us. There'd be more and more people pointing out the Idaho cops, the state police, and the FBI fucked everything up. And if
Yep.
they didn't, show us where you didn't, right?
Yep.
You know, but that's what I mean. They're creators, but they're creators, they're click creators, is what I call them. That's what they try to create clicks. And this goes in politics is the worst, man. They put all kinds of crazy fucking accusations. This one from The View has going to jail. This one's been locked up. They all kinds of shit. Their titles are insane, bro. But they generate big audiences. So, I don't know.
No,
I guess if your goal is clicks, that's obviously the way that it works, right? You create crazy titles. No?
Well, I mean, it's, I don't know, over the past several months watching the content that seems to draw people is one thing, but watching the people in the chats and their response to the content that they're consuming is fucking, it's just so eye-opening, right? People just want a place to go be entertained. It's almost like a forum where they can go and take the hate out that they have from their lives. It's their way of entertaining and releasing from the fucking day, because there's very, very little actual fucking content out here. Does that make sense? There's very, very little new information being spread in any fucking way out here. And it's really a shame that, as many fucking YouTube creators as there are, there really truly is a very minuscule amount of information being shared. And quite frankly, I can't fault the creator completely, because it doesn't seem like that's what people fucking want. It seems like they want the bullshit. They want the escape. They want the forum to get in there and tell you to go fuck your mother.
Yeah, which is what I did that for. I still do it. I don't give a
They
fuck.
want to be Sarge. I mean, it is what it is.
They want to be hero worshipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they roast TV personalities. That the catch-22 for me with that is TV personalities give you just enough information to know, something ain't right. That to me is what I mean. There is value. When I did all the research on the first Trump election and all of the chaos and court cases against him, I spent most of my time reading and reviewing left-wing media. That was, and not only was I doing that, but then also at night trolling them through Skype assholes. It was incredible, man. It was fun. But, when they tell you something happened, then you got to really go, there's 3 plane crashes, and the way they're describing it, they're trying to make it sound like they're combined, but they're not.
Yeah.
3 totally different fucking incidences that have their own unique circumstances. In other words, it's not like the planes at one time, the Boeings, were just dropping out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I had a much bigger following than I got now. I think at one time I had, which I think is a good number, 28,000 on Twitter when it was Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good following. General Flynn, Sidney Powell, or not Sidney Powell. Yeah, I think it is Sidney Powell. General Flynn, his brother Joe, his kid Michael. I had some named people and people from that circle. One guy that was a famous Fox News reporter, or maybe he was tied to Fox. His name was Tony Snow, I think. Man, I wish I could find that exchange. I got it on one of my drives, but he was saying something about something. And he was so far out of fucking reality. He was so incorrect about his statement that when I read it, someone linked it to me. I read it and I posted. Here was what I stated right underneath his comment. I said, apparently, you've got the fucking intelligence of a man that couldn't find an elephant at a zoo. Right? This dude went nuclear, bro. He said, fuck you. He says, you're probably at a bus station, can't afford bus fare, and you're going to suck dick to get home. This guy's a famous reporter from TV, though. If anybody remember the name Tony Snow?
Oh,
He's dead now. He died of cancer or something. That's probably because he attacked me like a fucking lunatic. So I posted back, and you're going to argue you're not a left-wing Democrat when the first thing you do is start calling people names and going after genders, right?
Look at Carl.
Tony Schaefer, that's who it was.
Look at Carl.
Tony Snow was a contributor
Look at
Tony
Carl's
Snow
comment.
was-
He wants his for us to recall his 15. He said, for the record, I called into Clue back in March. I think I said Sean wasn't a cop before anybody else was saying it, and then he puts the title of the live and the the point in it when you can hear him. That's fucking hilarious. Oh fuck!
Oh, we got a call. Where's my fucking answer button? Yes, yes. Welcome,
Is this Cletus?
welcome to your Ass Hurts News Network. This is Friday. Who's this?
Sarge, this is Van Savant.
Van Savant, you son of a bitch. I got your phone number on my cellular phone.
Yep. And so the reason I was calling, it was Tony Schaefer. It wasn't Tony Snow. It was Tony Schaefer. And I made a comment right after that, and he didn't understand it. And he thought I was like the greatest thing ever. And now he follows me.
Was it Tony Schaefer I had that battle with?
Yeah, it was Tony Schaefer. Yep.
Dude, yeah, that's then he got me booted.
Did he really?
Yeah, I got banned from that. And I never said a bad word. I just pointed back to him what kind of an insecure lunatic he was without swearing or anything like he was. And like I said, when I was on Twitter, more often than not, Republicans reported me to ban me, not Democrats. Democrats knew the kind of asshole I was. They were okay with it. But Republicans, when you called them out for telling stories or lying or being a crook, they just call and blow you in.
Well, it's an honor to call in. I can say long-time listener, first-time caller.
Uh-huh. Well, we talk privately on the phone, but you never dial my number, you little prick.
Yeah, I've called you once or twice.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I remember back in the day when I was what, 12?
Yeah, back in the day. Yep. When you were in reform school, yeah.
Right. Well, it didn't work though, did it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Reform school. I
think
think I
it might
changed the
have.
teachers over there.
Yeah, I think it helped on
Yeah.
balance. I think it helped.
What the hell? Well, I'm glad you called in. It's a shame Cletus can't interact back.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I got to figure how to set that up. And he said there's a way to do it in Google Voice so that both of us can talk to the caller, which would be cool. It would be even another level up, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, anyhow, the number works, and yeah, the wife went down to take a long bath, and I came up and saw the notification for your.
he wants to know what she's wearing. What's the matter with you?
In the bathtub, I don't think she's wearing much. No.
Fucking, but Cletus is just off the hook. That's why he should have his own mic to the caller so that he can represent himself properly.
You're a dick.
So, what do you have planned for tomorrow and for Wednesday? Are you're not working or anything? You're not doing anything, right?
No, I take the winters off. This will be the last winter I take off from, and then after that, I'm gonna be taking the whole year off. Fuck working.
Yeah, fuck
Enough.
work, right?
Enough, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm I think a week out from my 1 year anniversary from no longer working.
There you go.
It's been wonderful. Yep.
Yep. What the hell?
Yep.
Well, you're the man. You keep posting all those dinners you eat, so you do eat good.
Yep. Well, and we had a good one tonight. You'll see it later. I will drop off and let you guys continue.
All right, we'll talk with you again, Van.
All right, later.
Cletus.
He posts pictures of his dinner.
Yeah, on X or Twitter. Yeah.
Huh.
He goes out. I don't know if it's home cooked or not, but he's always got pictures of his dinner. And he eats, steaks with asparagus and crab and all kinds, whatever he's eating. And it's usually something decent that he posts,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he knows how to eat. I don't know if he's a fat bastard or not. He sounds like one, but you never know.
He sounds like one, but you never know.
Oh shit! Lucky says
fuck.
she's seen him. Yeah, well, being fucked up is like universal. I think the whole world is in her own way,
How do you say Clue has called you husband twice this week? Anything to tell us? Well, she's coming around to the title. right? That's what it is. She's working her way into it. I think she's scared that Betty's.
I'm going to let that one go.
Huh?
Coming around comment, I'm going to let that one go, but just I'm not going to ever do that again. But go ahead, because you're talking about your wedding.
She made a fucking bet that if Betty goes to jail, we'd get married. And next week, next week there is a chance that she will in fact go to jail. So I guess she's coming
for what?
For violation of protective orders. If I'm not mistaken, she's got a court date next on the 8th, and we'll see.
Listen, Van had to come back and defend himself. I knew all this about him anyway. I don't know if he even remembers. That's how often he calls me. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I am not fat. I swim 10,000 yards a week."
I'm fit and an exceptional cook.
Oh fuck!
That shit's awesome, isn't it?
That's funny.
At Van Savant on fucking X. That's just too fucking funny. You see all these robots and how I think Bezos just let a whole bunch of people go and replace them with robots.
Really?
I say you're doing it to yourselves, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that. And it started with the fucking smartphone.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
Listen,
even my position, the business that I have, my part of the business, okay? The white collar part of the business is what I handle. But you don't need somebody like me to do that. You can do that yourself with modern technology. I mean, I don't even go to people's homes to give them quotes. I do it directly off imagery. So, I mean, my position, believe it or not, can be replaced by a machine. And people are worried about the worker. That's not the only place positions can be replaced, man.
Yeah. No,
right?
That's absolutely true.
We're all susceptible to it, whether you're the physical laborer or you're the fucking office person. It doesn't matter. You don't need a physical robot to do what I do. All you need is an algorithm. Answer the phone, right?
Yeah.
Do that with algorithms. Answer questions. Have a list of questions. Have they in some cases, if written properly, you wouldn't even know you were talking to a machine, right?
Well, and I mean, I think that concept you had a while back of everybody should have a robot,
right,
when they're born, and it does the work for them.
And they make decisions on its programming as they get older.
Yep.
And they can determine the path of the robot, right? But the difference is if they want their robot to if they've earned whatever it takes to make the robot become a doctor, the program would be instantaneously downloaded into the robot. Voila, peanut butter and fucking jelly sandwiches. You get yourself a helicopter pilot in fucking 14 milliseconds, right? Wham! Take me home. That's what's coming, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the fucked up part is we all fear it. And we all see the bad parts about it. And the people that are doing what they're doing are absolutely focusing on the bad parts. But we should have the exact different fucking opinion and attitude towards that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to cultivate it is that these people, these youngsters that are born, these robots aren't that expensive. When you think about it, for a lifetime of fucking service, what do you pay, 30 grand? Or maybe the kid should get it donated. Just give it, each kid gets represented.
Well, and I think we've had this discussion before about science fiction is where a lot of the shit that we see, 20, 30 years down the road becomes science fact, right? But the thing that I think about sometimes is, in every science fiction situation, never do you see it ending in a utopia. It's always ending in a fucking apocalypse, right? And it's like, at some point, maybe people should pump the brakes just a fucking little bit and think, we may not want to keep fucking chasing science fiction before we get to that fucking ending that we always see.
Well, you know what I think a lot of people do? And this is going to be a stupid example, but I think it's fair. Both when I work with the IRS and now this garbage company, most people would just roll their cans back up. Most people, after they found out how difficult it is to get this picked up when they skip it, would just stop worrying or just let it go. And they would just not, they would, in other words, I want whatever I'm paid for a service, and I want them to provide the service. And where they're falling short or they're not providing what they promised in their contract, I want them to be. I want to hold themselves accountable. And in other words, so I will give you the benefit of the doubt once, twice, maybe 3 times. But after that, then there needs to be a level of my effort towards them to do what they need to do right. And a lot of people just don't go that extra mile. They'll just quit and go to a different garbage company. You see?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We don't even, like, I'm not trying to be a dick or an asshole or hurt nobody. I just want you to do what your company promised. They hired you to represent them to carry out that promise. You're not doing it. You need to straighten that out, company, either by removing that guy or replacing that guy or getting him in shape, right?
Well, and that's this comment says at least a robot can work a real work week. People only want to work 3 days a week, maybe 4.
Right.
And I agree, right? But the fucking answer to that is not replace them with a fucking robot. It's to cut the fucking luxuries that they have, because guess what? You will fucking reinvent yourself if you fucking need to. You may not want to fucking work, but you will find that you enjoy it if it means you don't fucking starve.
Can I tell you what's going to end up happening?
What?
Can I tell you what's more than likely is going to happen, folks? Is that the robot system is going to become a raffle. And you're not going to be able to just join it without going through this. You watch the nefariousness they play with these robots. They're going to get to a point where the people that need to buy the products the robots can make can have the money to buy the products. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't make fucking 4 fucking billion fucking trailers of corn, and nobody can afford the corn. I don't care if the labor's fucking robots or not. What are you going to do with the fucking corn? Right?
Yeah.
You can't make, 1 million fucking big screen TVs, 1 million fucking cars a year with a robot if there ain't no one there to buy them. And so what I see them doing is that the worst case scenario is robots are assigned to people for a raffle. So let's say GM should have 50,000 workers in this plant. There'd be a raffle for 50,000 people to see if one of those robots represent them, and whatever position the robot has will be akin to their weekly paycheck. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
That's what this is going to end up. That's the road this will go down. It'll be a fucking raffle system. And there'll be people inside the raffle system that are corrupt, and there's going to be people that could be bribed. It's going to be a fucking shit show, because humanity is a fucking walking shit show on itself. We do it to ourselves.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what I think you're going to see happen. You can't, how is Apple going to sell a phone to a human being made by a robot if the human being ain't got no job to buy the phone? You have to solve that dilemma.
And I mean, at the end of the day, right, we're getting to a point where, what's the sales pitch to replace people with fucking robots to make everything faster and fucking cheaper? Okay, well, if nobody can afford it, it really doesn't matter how fucking cheap it is. And so people say, well, they want an easier life. Well, the most easiest fucking life is just to lay down and die. And if you want fucking robots to replace everybody, you may as well just fucking do that, because that's what's gonna fucking come anyway. I mean, it's really easy to see the end game of it all.
But they're gonna have to find a way to incorporate that in society, and I'm telling you, they're gonna incorporate it in a way that's evil, that allows room for fucking people that are in the know or in the fucking good. All their people get robots. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
That's what they're going to see the next big disparity between those that have and those that don't, because those that don't only don't because you kicked them out with a robot. That's where you likely end up in a conflict.
Yeah.
And those it's going to be sad if they keep going the way they're going. And it's our fault as a society, because we don't hold them to account on anything.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if you can blatantly employ slave laborers to make your product, and the American public doesn't scream about that, then you could pretty much do anything you want. That's my assessment. And it's our fucking fault, because we don't get together and stand and put our foot down and boycott. Like Apple's the richest corporation in the history of the world, of all of humanity. And they did that through using slave labor and third world company labor, so that they could send that product to the United States. And they pay about $10 to make that phone and sell it to you for $1,000. And then they charge you interest on the credit because they give it to you in payments. It's cheaper that way, but it isn't cheaper that way, because you got to pay the interest. You see?
No,
they lock you with, right?
It's easier, not cheaper. And it's really not even fucking easier, right?
No, but you're paying a monthly payment instead of paying $1,000 up front for the phone.
Yeah.
Right. But my point is that because we still do business with companies that actually do that, we don't scream out against that and demand they make. Look, for $1,000, if you made it here and it cost you $250 a phone to make it, look at the profit margin, still big, right? But that's not enough for these fucks. They got to allow little kids to work in cobalt mines, and they got to allow fucking workers in China. They got to hang fucking chain link fence off the side of the building so people can't jump off and kill themselves. We're allowing our corporations to use these people to make the products that we enjoy every day. So if you think when robots start taking over, they're not going to have some kind of nefarious lottery system, and those that know and those that are in the end will be covered. Everyday fucking people, you'd be lucky. It's going to turn into that show, that Willy Wonka show. You know where how that kid lived in that house that was all broken down?
Oh yeah, yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and his grandparents were in bed and couldn't move.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all going to turn into. They keep doing away with it. If we don't do something different as a group of people, well, we don't start putting. Go ahead.
I everything I sit and think about and see compared to as I was coming up, right, and what I saw then versus what I see now, I still say that it would be probably shocking if people put down the phones and shut off the internet for 7 fucking days. In so many fucking ways, right? There's just there's so much brainwashing that's done via these fucking devices. And it's like, you know, I think it's a situation where it's going to come a time that's what's going to fucking need to happen in order for people to realize, hey, you know, I don't need this fucking smartphone. I don't need to get on fucking YouTube and escape the reality. I need to open my fucking eyes and see the reality for what it is.
Well, you know, I like a comment that I just put on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I mean. We're all part of the problem, me included. So I want people to understand there's certain topics that even old Sarge can't worm his ass out of because I engage in the same societal norms as the rest of you. Right. Yeah. But I'm bringing up that I think as a society, we might want to get our asses combined on this fucking mechanism that they've used to get us to be this way and flip the script on them and tell Apple, stop doing that or we're not going to buy your phones. I don't care if you think it's better than fucking Android or not. At least a lot of your Android phones, not that some of their components don't come from China, but phones are made in Japan. Phones are made in South Korea. Phones are made, they're made in America. You can make these things without using third world fucking labor. But we have to make sure the entire supply chain, and we should be concerned about that. We shouldn't allow this to happen in any form yet. If what you're letting happen to those people is exactly the future you're building for yourself. Fair enough?
Yeah. Well, in the last part of this comment, right? I've never felt I'm part of this problem, just a workaholic. Well, I can understand that and completely fucking relate to that. But the problem is what I don't know, you know, I don't know your situation, but I know I can speak from my own experience. I've looked back on being a workaholic and how that has contributed to the problem because the right. more I work and then bitch about other people not doing their part, but I'm just sitting here covering for them. I'm working twice as hard for somebody that's putting in half the effort. I am contributing to the problem because I'm allowing that problem to exist.
Right. We as a society don't want to hold anybody accountable. And then we get pissed off when, you know, we think holding people accountable is deciding Koberger did it or Katie did it or Seth did it or fucking Tony did it or right. Mm-hmm. Our contribution is very, very, even in politics and all of these topics that they display and they keep feeding into our fucking vision in our heads are not the real issues that we should be paying attention to. Yeah. It's behind, those are just camouflage, right? I mean, and it's not that they're not giving you legitimate problems, but they're legitimate problems that are going to be forgotten in 2 days because you've created even different, more fucking problems, right?
Yeah.
It's not enough for the fucking wave to hit a mountain unfucking suspectingly. You assholes got to go and not give these people anything but a loan if they qualify. Where you'll send $50 billion to fucking Ukraine. Ukraine getting the shit kicked out of it by Vladimir Putin's got fucking nothing to do with us at all.
And $6 billion fucking dollars is not going to change the direction of that or the outcome of that.
No, and that 50 billion or whatever you sent them would have made a huge difference here.
Right.
I wish Americans could see every day the astonishing fucking creations of development that China's making on our money, because our corporations send all of our money over through them to their labor, and the government's taking cuts of all of that money, and they're paying their workers as little as possible, and they're building these gigantic bridges and machines and power plants, and it's crazy. And what are we doing over here? We can't even fix a fucking pothole. But again, this is all us.
Yeah,
we're the only people that can change it. And voting for Trump, that may be a step in the right direction, but I mean, you know, we got steps between here and the moon we got to get through, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking steps to cover, and what is our part in it? And we don't seem to have a part other than the part they assigned us, to be outraged, right?
Yep.
And kid ourselves. And coming on YouTube means you're gonna hear something. This is probably the most different thing you hear from anywhere. I don't care if it's the mainstream media or YouTube, right or wrong, Cletus.
No, I can't argue with that one. So
right, we are absolutely our own biggest fucking problem. And the mechanism to fix it is the exact same mechanism used to break it. Right?
Grab them by the nose and kick them in the ass.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this accusation. That's the other thing too. This is what also drives me crazy. And this will prove to you, I think, once and for all, that when I say true crime is a severe fuck up, as politics is, this is my example. They make and impugn Matt Gaetz, or they impugn Nancy Pelosi, or they impugn Donald Trump with accusations. Okay. And we bicker about the accusations. Now, when you look at a lot of these criminal cases, tell me that's not exactly what's happening with these creators.
Yeah, because emotion is more entertaining than fact.
Yeah.
There are no emotions with facts, right? But there's no entertainment in fact either.
You know, it's very interesting that so many of us are just unaware that when you get up here and you start arguing for Brian's innocent or guilt, that you're doing exactly what the establishment needs and wants you to do. You're going to impugn this guy or protect this guy and impugn others. If you're going to protect Goldberger, then a lot of you guys are out there trying to paint a picture who really fucking did it. So there's your level of impugning people, right?
Yeah.
And those of you that wanted to be guilty will have all kinds of different interpretations. What if, could, woulda, shoulda, maybe, to continue to support this guy being guilty. And there's the commonality between you and the media right there. Fucking, it's a mirror image. And yet we all come out here, oh, I'm woken up. I'm not woke, I'm woken up. The fuck, you don't even know you're asleep yet. Right? People don't even know they're sleeping yet. They're still, but they yell they're woke. I don't listen to the media. No, you don't. You come out here and you do the same fucking thing the media is doing out there. But somehow you're different. I'm, you know what I mean? A zebra's a fucking zebra. What do you think there, Cletus?
I think a zebra is a fucking zebra.
Yeah,
And it don't change its stripes.
Right. And you know, people have been conditioned to do this, and they're just, for whatever reason, unwilling to admit to themselves that that's in fact what they're doing, and they're mimicking that which they complain against.
Yeah.
Right.
We all do it. Right. We
right. I'm not innocent either. This isn't a me, I'm better than anybody type of.
At the end of the day, we all do it because emotion is what causes us to fucking engage typically, right? And the world is full of fucking emotional triggers of some kind. And I don't mean shit that'll make you mad or anything like that. It's just there is so much shit presented, and we're so programmed to consume and engage with emotional triggers that we can't fucking get out of our own way to just look at facts.
Right. Well, I understand too. There's some stuff coming up about another illness, and I'm not going to talk any in depth to it here. But imagine having to go through this another time. What we went through.
Yeah. I mean,
I know. No, we're not going to get too deep into it. But here's the thing.
Here's the fucking end of the day. The way I see that: wash your fucking hands and don't fucking cough on people. Right? The same shit your fucking mama taught you when you were a kid.
Right.
And if you do that, you're either going to get sick or you're not. But I mean, there's really nothing else you can fucking do about it.
Or you end up with fingerprints in the back of your head.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Palm prints and fingerprints.
Yeah,
what did I tell you, Junior? Flap.
Good flick to the noggin works every time.
Look at Grant just learned that there's 2 types of zebra, and he's an old man. Well, that's good. I bet you there's a rarer type of the 2 zebras, right? And that seems to be the perspective coming out of this show. We're one of the rarer types. I don't care what the media says. I don't care what fucking these true crimers say, really. And as much as just to point out by using some of their examples that man, you get more fucking out of life smoking crack than you do listen to some of these people. Trust me, I've done both. You want to escape reality? Trust me. Okay.
Crack or
Well,
true
Cletus,
crime, your choice. Both are fucking dangerous.
That's it too. You know it.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I couldn't argue that one.
The fuck, man. Anyhow, so we did our hour 50. We got a few seconds here, but I do know I'll figure out how to get you involved in the call. You said Clue might have an idea or something.
I'll have to fucking work on it on hers. I'm gonna be out tomorrow because we're going to the New Year's Eve ghost hunt thing we do. So
okay.
I'll
yeah,
pick up with you on Wednesday, I guess. Yeah, I'll see if I can figure it out by then.
Yeah.
But if I'm not here, you ain't got a problem anyway because you don't have to fucking.
No, but there is a setting. Do you know
what's on under the shirt?
Where in the settings would I even begin to look?
It'll be something with the mic input on the Google call-in, or on your computer. It's something to do with the mic setting. I stumbled across it one day, but never really played with it. But when I saw it, it was that aha moment. So,
okay, good.
Yeah.
And we'll between the two of us, hopefully we figure it out.
Maybe.
And I'm not going to ask Dago because he's. Remember how long we went with his cord?
I don't know that he ever got it fucking fixed. I think he still has that same issue.
He's cool, but his technology fucking acumen is like, I don't know. He's like a fish trying to use a wrench. It's incredible.
Fuck.
That's another one from your friend Sergeant Friday. Never heard before. Oh, fuck. When it comes to technology, Dago's like a fish with a wrench.
Fuck.
Oh, Cletus, it was awesome, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. See ya.
No.